Hello, welcome to my channel today. This is King's Tutor. This is the first time you're joining us. Thank you for clicking to this. Ensure you like, comment, please share this video and subscribe. Okay, now I want to see a question on accounting. The question said, use the following information from the books of Oloketui Enterprise to answer the question below. And they give us items like purchases, creditors, debtors 30,000, fixed asset 120, sales 135,000, opening stock 60,000, expenses 45,000, and closing stock 90,000. Now they ask us to calculate the first one, the cost of goods sold, the second one, the net profit, third one, working capital, D, gross profit percentage, E, current ratio, F, net profit percentage, and G, rate of stock turnover. Okay, so we are going to solve this. Now to solve this, you'll need the combination of the knowledge of the accounting ratios and the final account. We have done that. Ensure you check in my description or in the channel to see videos on that. Okay, now I want to answer a question. The first one, cost of goods sold. So we are going to use the final account, which is trading profit or loss account, to answer both the first and second question simultaneously. So we're going to prepare a trading profit or loss account. So the first item here will be our opening stock. So they give us opening stock as 60,000. The next one is purchases. So say add purchases as 75,000. So if we do that, we'll have 135,000. Now there's no other item except closing stock. So we can say less closing stock. Now closing stock is 90,000. So 135,000 minus 90,000 will give us 45,000. So this is our cost of goods sold. Okay, and therefore the cost of goods sold, which is the first question, is what? 45,000. So that's the first one, the cost of goods sold, 45,000. Okay, now the next one said net profit. So we're going to continue from this to get net profit. Net profit is the sales. Okay, we're going to get the gross profit first before we can get the net profit. So our sales is 135,000. Okay, now let's get the gross profit first. 135,000 minus cost of goods sold will give us the gross profit. So we'll have 135,000 minus 45,000 is 90,000. So that when you add together, you have 135,000, and this is 135,000. Okay, now to get our net profit now, it is now our gross profit minus expenses. Okay, now let's check here. Already have our gross profit here as 90,000 minus. Is there any expenses? Yes, there is 45,000. So we have 45,000. So 90,000 minus 45,000 will give us 45,000, and that is my net profit. Okay, so that is that. The next one said working capital. Now the formula for working capital. The formula for working capital is current assets minus current liability. Okay, now we're going to check what are the current assets here. Now the current assets here, the first one is the debtors. The debtors, how much is it? 30,000. Now let's check. We have our closing stock as 90,000, and that's both of them for 120,000. Now also we'll check the current liability. Current liability, we have creditors, 15,000. And let's check if we have another. Okay, there is none. Now, therefore, our working capital, which is current assets, is 120,000 minus 15,000. So 120,000 minus 15,000 will give us 105,000. 105,000 as our working capital. Okay, so that's the third one, C. Now the next one said gross profit percentage. Gross profit percentage. Now, gross profit percentage. Now we have done this, check in my channel a markup and margin. And the gross profit percentage is giving us gross profit over sales times 100 over 1. And this will be in percentage. Now we've already solved our gross profit as 90,000. So I have 90,000 divided by, what is our sales? Look at sales here as 135. 135,000 times 100 over 1. So if we do that, 90,000 divided by 135,000 times 100 over 1, this will give us 66.7%. So that's the gross profit percentage. Okay. The next one is the current ratio. Now the current ratio is giving us current assets divided by the current liabilities. Okay, so we have known our current assets as the debtors and stock only. We have its debtors as 30,000 and stock, closing stock as 90. That makes up 120,000. Okay, while my current liability is just my creditors as 15,000. And therefore, the current ratio is equal to the current assets divided by current liabilities. Okay, so now what's the current asset? 120,000 divided by current liabilities 15,000. So 120,000 divided by 15,000, current ratio will be 8:1. 8:1 is the current ratio. Okay. Now the next one, F, it said net profit percentage. Net profit percentage. Now the net profit percentage is given as the net profit over sales times 100 over 1. Okay, now we have done the net profit. Now we said the net profit is 45,000 divided by, what is our sales? Our sales is 135,000 times 100 over 1. Okay, so our net profit is 45,000 divided by 135,000 times 100 over 1 will give us 33.3%. Okay, so that's the net profit percentage. Okay, now the next one is the rate of stock turnover. And the rate of stock turnover is cost of goods sold over average stock. Okay, now we already know our cost of goods sold. We have done it before. Our cost of goods sold is 45,000 divided by our average stock is opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. And opening stock plus closing stock is 60,000 plus closing stock is 90,000 divided by 2. So we have 45,000 divided by, now 60,000 plus 90,000 divided by 2 will give us 75,000. So we have 45,000 divided by 75,000 give us 0.6, which is approximately 1 times or days, depending. Okay, so that is the question that was given to us to find the cost of goods sold, the net profit, working capital, gross profit percentage, current ratio, net profit percentage, and the rate of stock turnover. Okay, so please ensure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel for more. Thank you very much.